There are now players who are trying to do what you're doing, upstocks, grow. And how do you build moats around this business? Because tomorrow somebody with capital might come in, say a Bajaj Finance, launches a snazzy app, throws a couple of thousand crores at it, and tries to take you on at your game. How do you keep your leadership in the face of all these challengers?
Yeah, so if I were to be a bit candid there, Udian, I mean, there are people who are, funded today in the ecosystem who are probably spending 100 times more money than us in be it acquiring clients or marketing. I feel what has worked for Zerodha along the years is the ethos has been very different. I don't think Zerodha has ever tried to acquire too many clientele very quickly, and we've never spent money or done any advertising or marketing. So considering the fact that we've been around for 11 years and to a large extent we have dealt with the stockbroking business with a lot of transparency, I'm hoping it has built up a certain amount of credibility and loyalty amongst all the many investors who have backed us and supported us over the last decade and more. But yeah, everybody's competition. Every new guy who comes in is competition in one way or another. Uh, if I were to give you my own personal opinion, I think every company has a life cycle. There are bull runs in a company and bear runs in a company. There will probably be a time when we are not the most efficient company out there, or we are not changing as much as our competition. But the onus lies on us to, kind of realize that there are better people out there in the market at that point of time, and look within, recharge, come back with new stuff, and be competitive again. But I think it is cyclical, and that cycle probably holds true for, all the companies out there.
But if I were to ask you, how many discount brokers can a system support? Do you think it's inevitable that maybe only two or three people at the top will get most of the loyal active customers? The others will probably struggle to be profitable. Could it evolve into that kind of a paradigm over time?
The ecosystem is really tiny in India. The equity participation might have gone up from 1.5% of our population to maybe 2% or a little bit above that today. But it all depends on, how long this bull run lasts for, and does the ecosystem grow significantly. If that penetration number went from 2 to say 4 or 5 or 6%, I'm sure there's plenty of room for discount brokers out there, more brokers coming into the ecosystem.
When we started this show a few minutes ago, you spoke about valuations and you almost spoke about it with a dismissive air. It's interesting that you guys have a $1 billion plus valuation, but do you seem to be in a hurry to raise any capital? Maybe you don't need to, or to get some kind of a listing to endorse that you have a certain valuation or use that as currency in any way. Is it something which does not excite you? This whole let's do an IPO, let's get a valuation, let's be worth a few $1 billion. Neither you nor your brother think like that, do you?
Doesn't excite us. Also, if I were to be candid here again, I think we're in such bubble territory, not just in India, across the world, that everybody and anybody with an idea scribbled on a piece of paper seems to be raising money. The valuations of many of the companies which went public recently, I would never bet on them at that multiple. I think we've arrived at an ecosystem in the public markets and the private markets where it's not about how profitable a company is or what value you're actually buying into. People are not researching a company that they intend to buy and hold for the long term, but it has become more that my friend bought a company at 100, it went to 150, he sold it, so I will do the same. It does not even matter what the underlying business is. So I'm a big bear on valuations, both private and public, and to not participate in that euphoria is probably also in a way how we feel about valuations and the entire ecosystem today.